التسجيل؟
اي نعم.
طيب ونبدأ الآن التسجيل. اوكي ستارت ريكوردينج.
اي نعم.
اوكي بسم الله.
خلاص بديت التسجيل يا دكتور.
بدأ التسجيل؟
اي بديت انا.
طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اوكي بس كاتب لي 25 دقيقة يعني غريب التسجيل.
هو كذا دايما.
هذا من بداية الميتنج.
طيب بحول الله. طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Yeah, this is chemistry section 101. In chemistry 101 sections 25, is it 25, 26 and 27. All right, and we're going to meet every Monday and Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:45, isn't it?
Yes.
9:45, yes. So, and after that, from 9:45 till about 11:30, I will be around to answer questions. So my office hour will be after the lecture from 9:45 or let's say 9:50, so that I have 5 minutes break, to about let's say 11:30. I will be around to answer your questions. At the same time, I will create a WhatsApp team. When I create WhatsApp team, I will send you the link, and I want you to join the WhatsApp team. And then team or group it's called sometimes. And then you can ask me also chemistry questions or general questions around by the WhatsApp or by the email. So inshallah there will be no problem in communication, or if you want any questions you can send it to me by email or by WhatsApp, and I will answer your questions. I need always some time to answer the WhatsApp. I don't look at my WhatsApp except at night. So if you ask any questions, probably I will not answer you till next day. But I hope, inshallah, I will answer you by then. All right? Of course, everybody knows my name. My name is Abdurrahman Al-Arfaj, of course, you all know it. And my email, of course, you will have it easily from the whatever, but my email is arfaj@kvpm.edu.sa. This is my email, arfaj@kvpm.edu.sa. And my mobile number also, let me give you my mobile number so that you will know the team when I create the group, the WhatsApp team. My mobile is 0532832000. All right, and please don't use, don't call me in the mobile. Generally, use the WhatsApp to communicate with me, but not direct calls, please. All right. This is the mobile. That's my mobile and my email, very important. Keep them in with you all the time, and we can communicate through the WhatsApp and through the email easily. طيب. Okay. Now, first thing I'll talk about here is how the grade is going to be.
دكتور
Yes.
عليك أمر، في واحد ما قبلته بس يقول بالجروب، في واحد ما قبلته.
طيب نروح للتيم مرة ثانية. Okay, just a second. ما هو راضي يفتح على أي شيء، ما راضي يتحرك. كلهم وين إيش؟ وين التيم؟ شلون نروح هذا؟
ارجع على الصفحة اللي قبل شوية دكتور.
الصفحة اللي بعد شوية ما هي راضية. هذه
اضغط على اكتيفيتي مرة ثانية اللي فوق على اليسار.
ما هو راضي يفتح شيء.
شوف دكتور الخيار الثاني مكتوب عبد اللطيف زائد 2 requested to join. فوق على اليسار.
ايوه
يمكن من هنا.
ايوه هذا اكسبتور. ايوه تمام دكتور.
وهنا في شيء. وهذا ايش هذا البنك صرت؟ خلاص ان شاء الله.
خلاص يا دكتور.
طيب نستمر في المحاضرة إذن. طيب طيب as I said, the grade distribution in this lecture and this semester is different from any other semester. It's a new, there will be a midterm, it's very important, and there will be a final exam, and these are going to be in person or face to face, so in person. And look at the percentage for the midterm is 30%, for the final is 40%. So 70% will be in person or face-to-face exam. All right. وبعدين عندنا احنا دائما in chemistry we like to have the numbers out of 400. The midterm will be 120 points. The final will be 160 points. All right. And then we have the homework. I'm going to assign homework for you for all the chapters. There will be 10 points for the homework. And attendance, there will be 10 points for attendance. And the classwork, which is quizzes and so on and so forth, will be 40 points or 10% of the course. Now, the quizzes will be online. This 40 point will be online. Okay, so the classwork will be online quizzes and so forth. Of course, the homework, it will be all submitted through the Blackboard. I will tell you how to do it next lecture, inshallah, when we have all the students join and so on. Then we're going to I'm going to tell you how the homework is being taken. All right, clear يا شباب؟ طيب.
كلير.
طيب آخر شيء أبغى أتكلم عنه بس ما حتكلم عنه كثير. There will be 60 points for the lab, which is 15% of the course. 60 points for the lab. These 60 points will be in two different ways. There will be this is the lab. These are the lab experiment. I'm not going to talk about this much. I'll keep this for your lab instructor to explain this for you. But these are the lab experiment when they are going to be conducted and so on and so forth. There will be two types of lab experiment. There will be attendance, physical attendance, and online. So there is two methods to make the lab. I don't know how to do it, but if you want, you can ask your lab instructor or get in contact with your lab instructor to tell you things. But I'm going to tell you that there will be two types of either attending physically. If you are attending physically, then there will be the total points will be for the lab score will be 40 out of 50. 40 out of 50 for the lab score, and the final exam will be 10 out of 60. For those who are going not to attend, not attending lab physically, the lab grade will be 30 out of 50, and the final exam lab will be 20 out of 50, which is out of 61, 20 out of 60. Is it? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. 30 out of 50 plus 20 out of 20. All right. Oh, I'm confusing things. Just a second. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I should say this. Okay. Yes. For the lab, for those who are attending physically, the grade will be distributed 50 points for lab attendance and 10 points for the final exam. Final exam of lab, final exam of the lab. What's the total? 60 points. How about those who are not going to attend? There will be 40 points for the lab experiment. And 20 points for the final exam. And as you can see, what's the total? 60, which is the 60 points that is available here in the lab. But I really don't have much to say about the lab, so I will stop here about the lab. What I care about here actually is you have to be very careful about the midterm, be well prepared for the midterm and the final exam in particular, because there is a total of 280 points out of 400 point or 70 out of 100. This is just for the midterm, and the final, the homework is going to be 10 points, the attendance 10 points, the classwork, which is the quizzes that I'm going to give you during the semester, we will arrange it in a way, it will be 40 points, and the total is, okay? All right, and then as I said, the lab 60 points, I'm not going to say much about it. Now, the quizzes are going to be given in recitation class. The recitation class will be on Thursday, of course, as you all know. And inshallah, we will arrange how to make the quizzes. This Thursday, there is no class. Okay, this Thursday, there is no class, for your information. All right, with this, we finish the introduction. Now, I'm going to start chapter 1 because time is important and we want to know how things are. Okay, what's chemistry? Chemistry, you can say that chemistry is the study of matter. Okay, what's chemistry? Chemistry is the study of matter. That's it. That's the definition of chemistry. We want to study matter, and we want to know what is a matter. What's the definition of matter? All right. All right. Okay. I want you to look carefully. And I want to tell you what is the matter. Matter, everything is called matter. Everything that has a mass and occupy space is called, it is matter. So what's the definition of matter?
Is anything.
What?
Anything that has mass and occupies space.
Exactly. Anything that has mass and occupies space, it is called matter. Matter. All right? And that's general. Now, this matter, we have two definitions. I mean, subgroup of this matter. We can have substance, and we have a mixture of substances. We can have substance. What's the substance? Anything. This substance could be the elements, like these elements. And give me examples of elements.
Iron.
Oxygen. In the periodic table, example of the elements like hydrogen. What's this?
Element.
Oxygen. What's this?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
What's this?
Sodium.
Sodium. Okay, what's this?
Potassium.
Sodium.
Iron.
Iron.
Argon.
Argon. Very good. Let me give you something more difficult. What's this?
Cesium.
So you know all the elements almost, they are available in the periodic table, and we're going to see them in the periodic table. These are called elements. they are part of the substance, and of course they are matter. Everything is matter. All right? Now, what are compounds? Give me example of compounds.
Carbon
Ozone.
Sodium chloride.
H2O.
What else?
O3.
Sodium chloride.
Sodium chloride.
Ammonia.
What is a compound?
Anything that contains two elements or
Sure.
greater.
Pair of elements.
So elements
Or more.
Two or more elements. Two more or more elements. All right? Like these examples. Give me more examples.
Ammonia.
Ammonia. What's ammonia? What's the structure?
NH4.
Three.
Three. All right.
Ammonium.
We also have C6, H12, O6. What's this?
Sugar.
Glucose. Glucose.
All
Glucose.
compounds. All of these are compounds. How do we make compound from elements?
With breaking the
Chemical bonds.
We have to react the elements to make the compounds. All right? We have to react elements to make compounds. Example, what will happen if I put hydrogen with oxygen?
Water.
So while mixing hydrogen element with oxygen element to make H2O. All right.
الدكتور في او ناقصه
What again?
الاو ناقصه ولا هذه بدون موازنه
Of course. Yeah, it's not balanced. I did not balance. If you want me to balance, I can do this. Yes, no problem. Good. Very good. How can we go from H2O to H and O? How? By chemical separation, chemical method. We can do that by chemical methods. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Very good. I hope you know this. I just want to say one thing, that the elements exist as one element, but not the gases. The gas, H is available as H2, O is available as O2, N is available as N2. They are existing in nature like this. And the gases that we are familiar with, that I want you to know, is H2, gas, O2, gas, N2, gas, F2, gas, and Cl2, gas. All right? These gases available naturally in nature as O2 always. And these are still called elements. So I will put these under elements, not under compounds. Okay, so H2, is it compound or element?
Element.
Element.
Element, it should be here, not compound. So if you not put it as under compound, I will put it only under element. Is this clear? Okay, the other gases that are available but with one unit is He, argon, krypton, neon, krypton, xenon. What are these?
noble gases.
Noble gases.
Noble gases are available as one element. They are all gases, but they are one element, not two. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
They are all gases. We're going to call them G gas, but only one element. Now, on the other hand, we have, on the other side, we have mixture. What's a mixture? Mixture, when you make more than one substance together. When you have more than one substance together. So, give me example of mixture.
Yes, salad.
Pizza.
Juice.
Water and salt.
Water and salt.
NaCl, NH2O, which is water and salt. This is called now mixture. When these two mixtures are mixed very well with each other, we call this homogeneous mixture. I want you to memorize the word homogeneous mixture. Clear?
Doctor, two compounds?
There are two different compounds or more, all right? Even if you put sodium chloride and sugar and water. What's this? This is a homogeneous mixture of sodium chloride, which is salt, and sugar and water. We're mixing them together. And these are homogeneous. What's the meaning of homogeneous?
You can't know the difference.
See the difference between them. They are one thing. When you look at the cup, if there is water in it, you will see it as if it is water only. But you can have heterogeneous mixture. Let's assume that you are mixing iron with sand. SO2 is sand. When you put iron, pieces of iron, with sand, how are they going to mix?
Not probably.
You will not.
You can distinguish between them.
Can distinguish between them easily, and that's called heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. Can you separate the compounds in heterogeneous mixture?
Yes, easily.
Yes.
How?
Magnet.
With magnet.
Physical methods. By physical method. What do you mean by physical method? How can you separate iron from SO2?
By
your hand. Exactly. Just pick it up, pick the iron out from sand. Okay, if we have salt with water, NaCl in water, how can you separate NaCl from water?
Distillation.
Vaporizing.
By chemical methods.
Boil. Just boil the water. And this is physical method. Boil the water, all the water will come out and the NaCl will stay down. So if you take NaCl in water and you boil it, the water will come out as vapor, H2O vapor, and the NaCl will stay in the pot as solid. Clear? This is how do we deal with these things. So I want you to know what's the meaning of matter, what's the meaning of substance, what's the meaning of element, what's the meaning of a compound, what's the meaning of mixture, what's the meaning of homogeneous mixture, what's the meaning of heterogeneous mixture. How do we separate mixtures? By what?
By physical methods.
How do we how do we separate elements from compounds?
Chemical
method.
Yeah.
Chemical method. You should know these things. Is this clear? Good. Excellent. These are examples of chemical reaction. We're burning here. We're burning C4H10 gas in H2O in O2. So we're reacting C4H10 gas with O2 to make the fire here. This fire is made from this, or maybe ethane, CH4 plus O2 will give you this fire. Okay, what's this? This is corrosion. What's corrosion?
Oxygen with iron.
Oxygen with iron.
Iron with oxygen to make the rust. Okay, and this is medicine. All medications that we're using are chemical compounds, and they can react with water or with anything to make certain compounds which are also chemical reaction. All right, now, how do we study chemistry? We study chemistry by first observation. Okay, we observe things, we look at things and understand it. After that, we put hypothesis, and hypothesis means we put some theory about it, what's going on. Then we make experiment to make sure that these are going very well. Then we make a model, and then we make further experiment to prove that these are the methods. Okay, I'll go back again. You have to know these steps. First, observation, memorize the words, write the words, and I will explain to you in a while exactly how these things are. First, observation. After that, hypothesis. Number 2. After that, experiment. After that, model. After that, further experiment. Let me give you example. What do I mean by this? I will give you example by this illness. There is a long time ago, there was an illness called smallpox. أظن اسمها الجدري بالعربي. الجدري بالعربي. All right. Smallpox is a virus, kind of virus. When it attacks a person, the whole skin will be rashed like this. Can you see the skin? How the skin is? This is called smallpox. All right. This is now observation. Observation. We have a problem in which we have people are getting al-jadari, which is smallpox. Now, also in observation, we observe that when the people are in touch with each other, then they will get the jadari from each other. But if the person is working in farm, milkmaid, if a lady is milking cow, all right, then she will not, neither the mother nor the children will get smallpox. Okay, that is observation. What's observation?
Something we can see.
Something we see. We found that people are getting smallpox, but the lady who's working in the farm will not get what? The smallpox. That is observation. ملاحظة. لاحظنا أن lady who is working in the farm will not get smallpox. ايش اسم المرض مرة ثانية؟
smallpox.
هذا المرض اللي هو الجدري. انتم الحمد لله يمكن ما حد منكم يعرف الجدري. احد يعرف الجدري او يعرف حد معاه جدري؟
هو الآن
لأنه الحمد لله يعني الإنسانية قضينا على هذا المرض. هذا المرض مش موجود. ولكن هذا المرض كان موجود في الخمسينات وفي قبل حوالي 60 70 سنة كان موجود وكان يقتل ناس بشر كثير جدا جدا وهو فيروس. ولكن the observation that we notice, if the lady is working in the farm, she will not get the smallpox, and this is the observation number one. What are we supposed to do now? Okay, we found that the lady who is working in the farm will get a virus. This virus was called cowpox. The virus is called now cowpox, which is similar to smallpox. But much milder. ايش معناته؟ يعني very weak أثره على الإنسان، مو زي smallpox. Smallpox will kill the person, but the cowpox will affect the person, but very mild, and it will go away after a while. Okay, this is now still observation. What are we supposed to do now? How do we do? What's the next step after observation?
Hypothesis.
What's the hypothesis that you want to make?
Explanation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, from what I told you, what are you going to say?
That cowpox is weaker than smallpox.
Yes. What I'm going to do to make sure that
people who work.
Make an experiment.
I will make people go and right.
Can you repeat, doctor?
Okay. Well, the hypothesis that I'm going to do that in order not to get smallpox, what should you do? You must
milk cow.
Milk a cow. No, we must get cowpox.
How can you get
infected by cowpox?
By milking cow. يعني الحصبة اللي قصدي الجدري اللي هو small pox، عشان الإنسان ما يتعرض للسمول بوكس إيش لازم يسوي؟ لازم يتعرض لمين؟ للكاو بوكس. الكاو بوكس كيف يتعرض للكاو بوكس؟
By milking a cow.
Okay, so now we want to take the person and make him, the lady or the baby, go and milk the cow. That's the experiment now. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
What's our experiment? We want to make a model. Our theory. What's the model or theory? If you are exposed to small cowpox, you will not get smallpox. That's the model or theory. Okay? Are you following? ايش الموديل الان؟ If you are exposed to cowpox، لو تعرضت للكاوبوكس خلاص ما حيجيك smallpox. Good? فايش سووا؟ What's the next? We took cowpox and we start making vaccine. Vaccine اللي هو اللقاح. And by the way, all of you got this vaccine. All of you, I'm sure, all of you that those who are listening to me now, they got this vaccine, and that's why, alhamdulillah, after that, we now the smallpox is completely eradicated. It's not the virus of smallpox is not available now in the whole world, alhamdulillah. Is this clear? And we start making more and more experiment. Of course, you are the experiment now. The final experiments, you are one example of these experiments. واضح يا شباب؟
واضح.
Okay, great. As I said, the state of the matters. State of matter, what do you mean by state of matter? We should have either solid or liquid or gas. And we're going always to refer the solid as S, the liquid as L, and the gas as gas. And that's why, if you remember, when I wrote to you O2, what did I write beside it?
Gas.
G.
Gas.
What did I write beside Fe?
Solid.
S.
S.
Do you know what's this?
Mercury. Liquid.
Liquid. Is this clear? Good. Also, I want to add one more thing. When you put NaCl in water, we say that NaCl aqueous. AQ, which is aqueous. Aqueous. AQ means dissolved. Aqueous means dissolved in water. All right. Okay. How are the matters arranged? These are the examples of this. This is the solid, and this is the liquid, and this is the gas. What's the difference between them from the elements point of view? In gas, where are the elements?
Very close to each other.
Far.
In the air.
They have no relation. I mean, they are moving each one by itself. How about liquid?
Closer than gas.
Closer than gas.
But what?
Separated.
Not
Can take the shape of the vessel.
exactly. Take the shape of the vessel or container. Good. All right. Or how about the solid?
Arranged in specific
Particles are
Organized in a
close
specific
to each
shape.
other.
They are arranged. You can see here, everything is very well arranged. The elements are above each other in a very nice, good way. All right. Okay. And these are the examples. Oh, this is the what's this now? Is it solid, liquid, or gas? This thing.
Solid.
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 Okay. How about this?
Liquid.
Liquid.
And how about this?
Gas.
Gas.
What is the solid consist of what?
Arranged particles.
Yeah, but what is it? It's H2O.
Water.
What the liquid?
It's the same.
H2O, but we say liquid. How about the vapor, gas?
H2O
Gas.
So we can change the physical state without changing the element, the compound. Okay, this is called physical change. All of this is called physical change. What do you mean by physical change? I change what?
The state.
The state of the matter.
State of the matter. I can make it gas or liquid or solid or whatever. This is called state of matter. Good. All right. Good. Okay. What is this now? These are elements, and you can see the elements are consisting of one atom. This is example of gaseous element. Gaseous element. Why I'm saying it's gaseous element?
It's very far
Because
from each other.
yes,
Because they are free.
they move in random motion.
Maybe this is helium. Let's say it's helium. It's one element, and they are very far from each other. So this is maybe He, helium gas. How about this one? This is also gas.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Why?
Hydrogen.
O2 always, as I said, what are the gases that exist as two elements together?
Hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen.
Chloride.
And Cl2. You have to memorize these gases. I want you to memorize them. These are still called element. They're not compound. These are called elements, but they exist as two atoms together. Like for this example here, this is oxygen element. All right? Good. Now, a compound consists of more than one element together, like this one. This consists of one element, which is purple, and three elements, which is yellow. 1, 2, 3. These yellow or green ones must be what? One element. Example like this one is maybe SO3. Why I'm saying it's SO3? Because there is one S, which is the purple, and 3 other elements, maybe oxygen, each one of them. This is now called compound. How can you change compound to elements? Can you make SO3 goes to S solid and O2 gas?
Yes.
Chemical
methods.
Yes. Chemical methods. Chemical change. Exactly. You have to know this as well. Good. Okay. Why do we call this mixture?
Because
there are more than one compound.
Yes. What's this? Maybe what?
element.
Maybe helium.
Maybe gas. Okay. How about the blue one?
Maybe oxygen.
Hydrogen.
How about this one?
Ammonia.
A compound.
SO3.
Or SO3, I don't know anything. I don't know. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
I hope.
Yes, doctor.
Again, can we separate mixture by physical methods?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Can separate
Yes.
mixture by physical method. Okay. Okay. You know what's the meaning of homogeneous? What's homogeneous?
We can't
Distinguish.
The mixture is what?
Uniform.
Uniform.
You can distinguish. Okay. If it's not uniform, it will be called what?
Heterogeneous.
Heterogeneous.
Heterogeneous mixture. Explain this already for you so far. Okay, let's go to now. We still have 5 minutes. Good. We're going now to 1.3, which is SI units. SI units. Okay. This table I want you to memorize. Very good. These are called SI units. What's SI units means? It's called System International. All right. So by agreement, they call them SI, so that everybody will use it. For this system, for length, we're going to use meter. We'll measure things by meter. For mass, we're going to use kilogram, not gram. Be careful. For SI unit, the unit is what? Kilogram.
Kilogram.
Fine. What's the unit?
Second.
Second.
We will put it as second. Okay. For electric current,
Ampere.
we're not going to see this much, but maybe we'll see it. Temperature, these are extremely important,
Kelvin.
For temperature,
Kelvin.
going to use Kelvin. What's Kelvin equal to?
237
Celsius.
You have to memorize this. Kelvin equal to degree C plus 273.15. And for SI unit, we're going to use Kelvin, not degree C. Okay. For substance, amount of substance in chemistry, you're going to use mole. And in chapter 3, I will define to you what is a mole. Okay. The last one, which is not important, which is luminescence, which is via. Luminescence means how much light in it. We're going to use a unit called candela. We're not going to use it in this course at all. But you have to know that is the SI unit in this matter. Clear? Very good.
Clear.
So
Yes.
memorize these units and don't forget the mass is what is the unit for SI.
Kilogram.
For distance, everybody knows meter, no problem. For time, second, no problem. For Kelvin, temperature, Kelvin, no problem. And we're going to use mole, but in chapter 3, not here. Good. Okay, now I want you also to know these prefixes. You have to sit down and memorize them extremely well. All right? When I say terameter, this is equal to 1 times 10 to the power 12 meter. I want you to memorize this. This means if I put 1 meter is equal to how many terameter?
1 times 10 to power minus 12.
Exactly.
Or minus 12.
Just change the sign from plus 12 to 12 minus 12. You have to sit down and memorize the names, these names, and the relation, and the symbol. All of this you're supposed to memorize extremely well. So when I say 1 in M, this is equal to what?
10 to the power minus 9.
Minus 9 what?
Meter.
But if I have 1 meter, how many nanometers is this?
1 multiplied by 10
Change the
to
sign.
the power of 9.
Is this clear? I want you to sit down today in your room or your house or whatever and write what I wrote here every time for everything, not only for one, for every one of them. So you start with, for example, we did already terameter, and then you should sit down and say what is the relation between G and meter, and you should write it. What's the relation? 1 times 10 to the power
10 to the power 9
plus 9. And then if I say on the other hand 1 meter equal to how many gigameter?
multiply 10 to the power minus 9.
1 times 10 to the power minus 9. I want you to sit down and do this for all the symbols that you have here. Is this clear? And memorize the symbols and memorize the letters. One of the symbols that we're going to use a lot here is this symbol, which is what?
Nano.
Nanometer, and also slightly picometer. We're going to use these two a lot also.
Doctor, where can we find the tables?
This table is available. Oh, I will give you all the lecture, all the. Oh, by the way, you have the book. You don't have the book?
We do.
No,
No,
we don't have.
This is available in the book, but also I will keep all these slides or all these all the presentation will be available for you in the Blackboard. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Good. As I said, you have to know this relation and memorize it very, very well. Always. 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 gram, or 1 to the power plus 3 gram. So 1 gram equal to how many kilogram?
10 to the power minus 3.
You have to memorize this relation extremely well. Good. We already talked about Kelvin. Kelvin is what?
Is Celsius plus 273.15.
Okay. So what is your what's the normal temperature of a human being? What's your temperature of your body?
36 to 37.
37. What is your temperature in Kelvin?
Add to 73.
Add.
300.
301.
310.
310. As I said, you have to memorize this number extremely well, even the 0.5. I'm not going to give you this anywhere. You have to memorize it. 273.15. Memorize it and memorize it very well, and this will be the answer for this one. I hope this is clear. Good. All right. Good. Now, there is another temperature that we're going to use. We're using, which is called Fahrenheit and degree C. Everybody knows degree C. What's the normal temperature of the room when we have degree C?
25.
25.
25 degrees C is the normal temperature in our rooms. Okay, the same temperature is actually, we can measure it usually in Fahrenheit. Okay, what's the temperature of Fahrenheit? About 78. All right, so 78 and 25 are exactly the same, but in different scale. We're using different scale, either C or Fahrenheit. We can change from Celsius to Fahrenheit or from Fahrenheit to Celsius. By this two equations, I want you to sit down and memorize them. I will make them easier for you. Degree C equal to degree F in parentheses minus 32, all right, times 5/9. Notice here that I put the parentheses. What's the parentheses means? You have subtract 32 before you multiply by 5/9. Is this clear? When you want to change from Fahrenheit, from degree C to Fahrenheit, what's this equal to? 9/5 times C, degree C, plus 32. Is this clear? Let's apply the second relation. If the temperature is 25, what will be the temperature in Fahrenheit? Multiply 25, use your calculator. Times
70.
9,
40.
25 times 9 divide by 5, and then add 32 to it.
Be
What
77.
77.
77 point what? Only 77?
Yes.
0.15.
Yeah.
Yes, 77.
25 is about 77. Very good. This is clear. Okay, let's do something very quickly. Let's have 90 Fahrenheit. What is it equal to in degree C? Quickly. Of course, apply the first one, which is this one. First, subtract
32.2.
32.2.
32.2. Who got the same answer? Very good.
Me.
I got it.
Me.
Got it.
Nietzsche.
I'm going to stop here, and I will start, inshallah, next time from this matter, which is volume. All right, very good. I did not take attendance today, but I'm happy that many students joined me. 94 students attending. Very good. Excellent. All right. So I wish you all the best. This is the first lecture. I will, inshallah,